turn on the torch, light up the flame, time to melt some glass, my friends. I'm doing this at Adam's place again. I've got his GTT available, and he went out and had a grand old time and ordered some stuff. And what we're going to be working on today is opals. Yeah, it's my first time too, so don't feel bad. It is an interesting material. I've got one, and probably with my luck I'm going to drop it, showing it off to you. It's a little tiny little critter. White opal. You might see a little bling bling as I spin it around, but not much. And the idea is to encase this and then add some colors and stuff after the fact, and then see it shine inside the tubing itself. So, tubing ready, opal to be dropped in, and with my luck, there it went. Okay, good. And now the idea is to warm it in as best you can, little by little. You don't want it to fry, I guess. And then once it's encased, I'm going to add some, well, Adam did one where he did some silver fuming to the bottom, and then on top of that he added some color to it. And I'm going to do about the same thing, but I'm going to try to make mine into a pendant. He made his into a marble. Okay, we're getting good. Looks like the opal is sticking to the side wall. And what I'm going to do, he just sort of let it collapse. What I'm going to do is I'm going to see if I can see what that did for it. I just sucked it right on in. No bubbles. Once it's melted, now of course you can't see it. Let it cool a little bit. And you might not still be able to see the bling bling going on, but it's there, man. A little bit of sweet opal. Yeah, there you go. You got a little bit of glint going on. That's pretty cool. Okay, now the idea is to use light throw too. No, I think the opal is bling enough. Especially the price that you're paying for the opal. You don't want to undersell it. Okay, what I'm going to do is, again, I'm going to keep this. Oh, there's a couple of air bubbles in there. We'll find out if that's going to be a big problem later on. Yeah. Let's see what we can do. I sucked it a little bit too fast, too furious, I guess. Oh, this is probably going to screw this up royal. I shouldn't have done that. Now it's going to get too hot. We'll see. Let it flow. Looks like it's alright. Okay, we're going to leave that as is and see what it looks like after the event. Okay, now I'm going to add just a little bit more clear down to the bottom, and the bottom is going to be the actual bottom of the tube that I did this with. And then I'm going to add silver fuming. Oh, that's kind of dirty.
Left.
To my left.
Left hand.
I'm right. I'm going to the right, and you're telling me left. That's dyslexia for you. There we go. This is good. Oh yeah, there's some bling going on here. Let's see if you can. You still might not be able to see it just right, but it's shining in there. Believe me. Some nice greens. Beautiful color. Okay, I'm going to add some clear to the bottom of this, and then I'm going to add a little bit of fuming like he did. And then I'm going to add some turbo cobalt below it, some nice dark blue. and we're going to call it quits. We're not going to do a quick, we're not going to do a heavy duty mean one. We're just going to, and we'll see what it looks like.
I got an unobtainium thread, sparkly.
No, again, I want to, you're paying enough for the opal as is. You want to try to show off just the opal, in my opinion, on this one. And this is my first. So I'm trying to be gentle with it. Okay, what I'm doing is sort of touch and pulling to make some texture for some chaos, silver fume going on at the bottom of it. Like so. We're not going to go too much higher than the actual opal itself. It's sort of just going to encase it a little bit. Oops, I should have been fuming that before I did that, but we'll get there. Do a little bit more. Ooh, that's not a bad idea. Where's the gold?
Right ahead of you.
On this one?
Yeah.
This is the gold?
Yeah.
Okay, I see it. I see it. I see the little nib. Now it's just warming it in without it popping off.
It's blank. Hot already. Oh, it's blank.
The bottom end of it, you mean?
Well, you hold the map of the glass and then like heat it up.
There it goes. Oh yeah.
I want to get some. I heard 22 carats really good for the gold.
Yeah, 22 is pretty good.
Better like 6 more.
14 goes crazy on it.
Really?
No, it doesn't do the job as well, is what I meant to say.
Are you getting gold in there? I see you are. Huh?
Yeah, it's getting some gold. It's just
gold takes longer.
No, you get it at the right temperature, and it just sort of, just like silver. If you get it at the right temperature, the silver just bounces right over there. Where's the silver?
Right in front of you. Right here.
Right there. No, on this one? Oh, right. Oh, here we go. Got it. I'm gonna do a little bit of both.
I see it like pink gold.
Oh yeah. There we go. Not a lot of this. Oh yeah. Between the two, we got some good stuff going on. Now I'm going to add a little bit more clear over this and just let it collapse on itself.
Yeah, I got to try that methodology. Looks fairly straightforward.
Yep. You've got good methods that you're developing.
I know, I just want to try it. Like
Now tonight.
The way I'm doing it, it doesn't get too many bubbles. I do like that part about it.
Yeah, tonight, the way we work, the last couple of times I've been over here, I tend to just come over and sort of bandstand at his torch and then leave. But tonight I let him work first, and that's what I should have been doing a long time. But sometimes you got to learn. I'm still learning how to teach. Got a lot to offer, though. You know that. Okay, we're going to let this collapse down. And then I'm going to put some turbo cobalt on the bottom and also flatten it a little bit. Let's get your instructions. And
there's a bunch of silver all over that thing.
Oh yeah, I see it. So what I'm going to do is just basically flatten it. Here we go. And basically what I'm going to do is my star pattern, and what I do is I just sort of go to the center and line it outward. And go all the way around. All the way around. and it basically covers everything on the bottom. Gives you a nice background color. I'm sorry you can't see it from the angle that you're watching, but you got a good look at it. And then a basic press. I'm going to do a puente on the back here, pull it off on the front, and then I might stretch it just a little bit to make sure that there's no big major stress going on, but we'll see. Now I'm going to just pull it off the front here. Okay, we got a bubble where the tubing sort of came off. Give me a sec here. I'm going to there we go. Tweezers going on. Pinch that off. Round that in, and I think I'm going to call that quits. And yeah, it's got some air bubbles in there and stuff, but working with the opals is and I will have to show you later. I'm going to put it in his oven, and it's going to go through the annealing process.
Don't forget a bail.
Oh, I haven't forgot a bail yet. I'm just sort of rounding it in at the moment and getting it done. No, not that one. This one. Perfect. Might even use some of the background to make the bail. The way I'm looking at it, I wanted the opal to be more centered, and it's off to one side. So we're going to play with it a little bit. I'm going to put the puente here is on the bottom. Oop. About did it, didn't I?
About did.
About did it. He doesn't like me tapping on the top of his torch. I'm used to doing it with the Carlisle all the time, but I caught myself before I did. So I'm good.
Don't catch it with feet down.
Huh?
Don't catch the feet down. Don't catch the feet down.
Oh yeah, I don't want to get whooped. I don't want to do that. No way. Okay, now what we're going to do is the center of this is more or less 2/3 down or 1/3 down or something. It's not quite in the center. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to basically use part of what I'm going to use as the pendant.
Shepherd's loop.
Shepherd's loop. There you go. To make it more rounded, and so that the opal will become centered, and then make the rest of that into the loop for the pendant, like so. Pull a little bit of that off.
It's actually going to look pretty nice, I think.
Round it down, let gravity work for you. I'll try to let this cool so that you can check it out before I put it in the oven. Oh, there we go. Graphite pencil. That should do the trick. I just
Check
need
this
to.
out.
Ooh, cool. So that's a reamer.
Yeah.
What he was saying to check out was it's a what's the name of it?
I don't know. It's a little Chinese reamer. Mike Mason said to get.
Chinese reamer 14. It says 14 millimeter on there.
0 to 14.
0 to 14. Pretty cool. Mike Mason has a lot of good ideas. Can't complain about him.
Some people will like heat up the backside and flatten it down so it lays flat.
Because Mike Mason and Will has definitely put a lot more fire back into my flame. Meaning that I've wanted to really do and create things that a few years ago I wouldn't have thought to do.
You did it.
I almost did. I started to and I did not put any pressure on it. I'm sorry. It's habit. It's a habit. Okay, we're going to let this try to cool down a little bit. And there is some bling bling going on in that thing.
Cool down. Get watching.
Yeah.
Let me see. Oh yeah, that's nice, dude. Sell that on Etsy or whatever.
Yeah, it's not. There you go. You can see a little bit of the shine going on, but nothing like it is in person. That camera does not do it justice. I'm sorry, but we're going to go ahead and put that in his oven. Ouch! A little bit warm on the fingers. And with that, folks, that's all the lesson for the day. Thank you for being there. Carpe Vicho, and as always, enjoy your day.